corner was at Callet. Around the corner, like 120 something. It was a really long, sweeping corner that kind of
Long sweeping corner.
It's not me this time.
So I passed on just took a straight line.
Hello, welcome to the middle of Roller.
Hello.
We're talking about speeding at very dangerously high speeds.
On track. And when not on track in Mexico.
In Mexico.
Mexico is the New Jersey. Everything's legal in Jersey.
Yep.
All right, welcome to the.
Avocados from Mexico.
That's normally my job.
The chaos.
Don't lose your milk there.
How would you not do a spit take on a?
You were trying not to do a spit take of her own.
I choked on a boba.
We're choking on bolas. We're spitting on people. That's craziness. Crazy.
We're choking on what and spitting on people?
I got some balls you can choke on. You broke
Balls with a Z.
Yeah.
Have to focus on
Dragon balls.
Dragon balls.
There
Yes.
you go.
Dragon Ball, yeah.
Exactly.
Dragon needs to start it.
God damn it.
I like to seduce the dragon.
We
Auto success.
for that talk to the bar. She,
Actually, yeah,
I knew that was coming.
if the dragon's atop, that may not actually go very well.
Oh,
I have
very.
no days.
Just increase the size.
Right.
And reduce the dragon.
I'm a grower, not a shower. Thank you.
We are off to a
Like your
start.
asshole grows?
Why are you automatically assuming she's taking it in the ass? I'm a girl.
All right.
And moving on.
Moving on.
Extended
So,
dimension.
when last we started, the party had shown up at was in an arena where they had defeated Polly, not Raleigh, but Lyra, Rel's prior patron goddess.
Prior.
No, just prior.
Just prior. Sure? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Raven Queen was prior.
Raven Queen, then Lyra, then.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
You really out here ho-hopping God.
Not really, because Lyra was supposedly dead.
Yeah.
Then she showed up, and Rel was like, "What the fuck?" Lyra explained that she decided to play dead in order to throw Cyric, who a mortal who had assumed godhood and who had taken control of her domain, off track after he attempted to kill her. Rel was a little bit annoyed about Lyra basically abandoning her followers for the last few decades.
It's just like Mother. You're just
Apparently, Lyra was pretending to be Mask at times to mess with Cyric. Mask being another god who has on and off relationships with Cyric. Melora then asked Lyra if she could trade Banana Splitter for the Whistle Sword of Summoning Henchmen, so that Sidal could keep his little toy, which Lyra agreed to. Melora gave Banana Splitter for striking the final blow in the arena. At which point, Sidal took a dagger and tossed it behind him, like, I don't need this, except Raleigh was there.
Don't.
Lyra looked very confused as to why Raleigh was there, basically told her to fuck off. She did not. And then Polly also appeared, and skin grew over Polly's face. And Lyra at that point looked rather frightened. Rel ended up being tossed to the ground. Lyra was grabbed by an unseen force originating from apparently Polly. Rel, quite in a very interesting move, decided to attempt divine intervention from her current deity, Salud, which, damn it, actually came
So
close.
It was really
So
close.
Just like that.
You were literally one side on the dice away. If you roll a 17, that goes over, it's a 1.
Literally.
One side.
When?
So at that point, the party asked, can we roll initiative? against
Who
a
said that?
god at level 12
Who said that?
with only 4 people.
Who said that?
Huh? I knew to pick my battles.
Who said that? Who ate this cake? Who ate
Who
this
said that?
cake?
Did you eat this cake?
So,
Who gave you your weapon? I was gonna say
kind of fortunately for them, Cyric rolled a 36 for initiative, and pulled out a thick red glowing sword that just pulsed with power.
it was the sword.
He stated that he only allowed Lyra to live last time out of some twisted sense of mercy. But since she's crept out of the shadows and interfered with his plans and tried to mess with his toys, Polly and Raleigh, he was done with her. He ran the sword through her jaw, through her lower jaw, basically impaling her up through the skull, holding her in place as she tries to flee physically, magically, any way that she can. But red magic from the sword wraps around her, holding her in place. As she slowly dies with the sword in her head, he told the party that he knows that Saloon is attempting to interfere with his plans, and if they try to assist her, to remember that Lyra is infinitely more powerful than them, and what will happen to them if they try. He then twisted the sword, cutting off the front of Lyra's head, sending a pulse through the plains as she truly dies this time. So, initiative order, thank God for the party, the God being the DM, never got around to them. At which point, the entire party shows back up in the Weeping Bell Tower moments before the events that had transpired previously took place. Cheytak is still hiding in the bell. The Clockworks have not yet quite attacked, and the rest of the party is like, where the fuck are we?
I know what I'm doing when I fix it. Just friendly fire on.
Challenge accepted.
So Cheytak drops from the bell again, blowing away the scout. The scout clockwork in the ground. Rel attempts to hit one of the clockwork stone defenders while Cheytak fires at the other one. Cirrus followed up on the same one. Moonbeam psychic lanced another. The clockworks were able to inflict a fair amount of damage on the party, actually, including harpooning Rel and knocking Moonbeam Pro on their turn. Sidal decided to hit a couple with a lightning bolt, which worked out so well. Again,
Yes.
Melora was then able to turn around and knock one prone. Rel teleported away from the harpoon, taking some damage from the grappling hook in her leg. Rel was able to knock one away with driver. Cheytak blew one's head off. With his first shot. But the second shot didn't go so well, as back-to-back critical fails resulted in lightning bolt, the name of his long gun, his right arm. Not only misfiring, but breaking. Moonbeam slams another with Bigby's hand. Melora gets knocked down. Moonbeam's wing is impaled.
My baby.
Sidal, using the whistle sword of summoning henchman, is able to successfully resummon Sir Cluckles.
My goat.
Chicken.
No, you're chicken.
My goat.
You haven't gotten to your goat yet.
My goat chicken.
You don't know what's in there.
My goat.
Melora was able to take out a couple more of the 6 clockworks over there.
Oh my god.
Cheytak was able to fire several rounds into another. While Cirrus broke the choke on another. Moonbeam stuns another one and smacks one with Bigby's hand, destroying it. Sidal was able to use Cluckle's squawk of valor. And Sidal Skull destroyed one, while Melora destroyed another. At which point,
Sorry.
Oh, there.
That's what you said.
once they were all done and finished, Cheytak basically told the party, I think we need to talk.
If she's saying that, I think there's a problem.
And this is where we left the party.
We're back.
Wow. Perfect timing.
So, I know you're a robot. Hey, who are you?
Is that important?
Well, I mean, kinda, yeah.
You did just
Who are you
now.
guys?
Well, I'm Emmy.
Are you ticklish?
No. I'm armed.
Actually.
Sure.
Oh, I could.
At this point, Tally Glidwell comes out as the other members of the Hidden Nine as well. Tally kind of looks around, just like all the mechanical things, and they're broken. What?
This one I think is good.
They're not with me.
You're broken. Yes. What are these?
They're just the bolts. Nothing but primitive electronics left behind from an artificer that I am still trying to find.
What they're doing? What?
He's a crafter, a machiner. I followed him from my world. We're not going out here, of course. Followed him from my world.
Crafter, you say? What is this crafter's name?
Are you from the sun?
Correct.
Shut up. He says he's not from this world.
The crafter's name, he goes by the Clockwork King.
Just tell me this now.
Don't we know someone who?
Clockwork. What's the one dude's name that we know? You know another
And, it's
person.
not Andy.
Alphys.
Aldous.
Yeah.
Aldous is gone.
Yeah.
I literally have the name
Yeah.
right here.
Where can I find all this?
Oh.
I'm not sure. Somewhere.
Follow-up question. Why are you looking for this oldest person?
He seems pretty cool.
Yeah, we're just gonna have a chat.
Can I
Did
roll
he
an
help?
insight
Did
check?
he help
You
the Clockwork
may absolutely roll an insight check.
Did he?
Are you trying to deceive him?
No.
Okay.
I'm being sarcastic.
That's a nice.
I just want to
He's being sarcastic.
Wait. Did he
He's
like
a robot. How will I know?
I just want to chat.
I just want to check.
These machines are not from this world. They're made with materials from this world, this technology. It just doesn't exist here. Alphys is the only person that I know who could make something like this.
So how did you get here?
Is all
It's
this
a long
bad?
story.
Hold on though, because when they attacked us in Item,
Oh,
he said that wasn't his work.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I'm blanking on his name, but he was like, "There's another clockwork person. It's not just me." And they were trying to like, look for him or something. This was like,
And nobody remembers it.
I was looking. I have way too many notes. Give me a second.
But
I hate saying this. We need to just get you like
I don't think we.
a little iPad or a laptop where you can like search up things that you write down.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
because I do it all the time.
I have one, but it is dead in my phone somewhere. I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
But that was
Well, okay, so it doesn't say. It just says the clockwork man.
So all this isn't good.
But why would he?
Yeah. You know what all this motivations would be, maybe?
He was actively trying to help people against the clockwork things that were
Yeah.
Was it the shopkeeper that was like, "There's another clockwork person"?
I think so.
it was all this.
It was all Because the shopkeeper was just like a dude. Like,
No, I think Altus said there was another,
There's another. He
Yeah,
was like,
Altus
there's
did.
two
Not the
of
shop.
us.
but we don't know who. Is that
We don't
probably
know.
the Clockwork King dude?
Yeah.
Are you sure Altus is the shopkeeper guy?
Is Altus the Clockwork King?
We
That's
know
what I'm
he
trying to figure
does
out.
clockwork, but we don't know if he's the clockwork king. Did he have an affiliation with crabs perchance?
Perhaps.
So
Mechanical crab.
I'll just have this crab named Aiden, like a clockwork mechanical crab named Aiden. And he also had like this clockwork lady. I believe her name was Bessie. I like this. Any of these ring a bell? I don't know.
You must have gotten really bored over here.
Are you Paula?
I feel like something
No.
sidetracking this question.
What the
I'm
hell?
curious
What
what's
are we-
inside.
Like, can we stay on topic?
We can talk about this later.
You're freaking him out.
I don't think you can.
So, these people, the things,
Right.
why are they here with the 9 with us?
That's also what I'm trying to figure out. I want to know what you guys have to do, why they're here. What's
Are they
Why the hell are
working
we in
with,
the bell?
is the Clockwork King, do you know, working with the mayor of Opal?
I don't even know where he's at.
Wait, what's?
He may not even be here.
What's your family's name?
By the way, how are we going to
Yeah. Do you think the Clockwork King could be working with the Dawn
Where else
Roses
was I
to
gonna
stay in
hide?
power?
Probably.
I'm 6 foot and
I
shiny.
mean, that would be a great way to make an army.
Also, back in Item, when it came
In the
into
future?
the
Don't have it
bar, it immediately went
Yeah,
from
like
being
in
tricky.
the
When it's really
Guys,
the one conversation.
Right. They could. The Clockwork King is probably working with the Dawn Roses to keep them in power. I
It's a
can't
theory.
say, I can't
It's
say
a
that
theory.
out loud. Not with.
Like you just did.
Connecting. As
Just a
Dad
theory.
suspiciously drinks his coffee.
No, I'm gonna whisper this just to Ralph.
Okay. Well, there. They don't know that I know.
But I don't know that you know that he knows that she knows.
Would I not? Would I not be killed on sight there? If they didn't know that I knew.
So, excuse me, hi. So what are these things? Do you think they're working with Gertova and the Dawn Roses?
No.
Maybe?
That's-
Gertova she's mayor of Opal. She's a Dawn Rose.
The
part
city
of
that you're currently in
here.
is the mayor.
This place.
I'm a little bit of a traveling actor. So.
Welcome.
This is a
Oh my
little
god, me
dome.
too! Probably
Talent.
next, but me too.
Stop mixing.
You got it.
I'm trying.
She did, and then she
All
fed
of
her
the
esophagus with food.
All
All
the
of
risks.
So, was it hard to fly through space
All
to
the
get
risks.
to this planet?
Okay.
Was it hard to fly through space to get to this planet?
I know it's space.
I didn't go to
No, it
space.
didn't.
That's kind of
I'm
stupid. We
surprised
actually
that you
jumped
know
through
what
a
space
portal.
is.
Where did this portal go?
Obviously, out of character, fucking Rick and Morty ass.
Right.
Wait a
When I have any
Did y'all
knowledge
make the portal, or does the portal just exist?
on anything,
Portal opened up. You ran through it. I chased after it.
Make an Arcana check.
Are you making my check?
Portal.
Are you rolling initiative?
Can I roll an Arcana check on the portal?
No.
Dang it.
Can I roll my check?
Introduce Howard.
fuck.
Since
Pretty
she's
sure that's
going
a
so
you can't
fast,
make
can
the
I roll
portal.
her check?
No.
Can I help? Nothing?
No, so you're
Can I
kind of
help?
just stuck here.
pretty much.
To give her.
Yeah, that's a 4.
Is that 4?
That's a 4.
I will let you help.
I got you.
Clockwork,
Roll
yeah.
again.
That's a 5.
You're not helping very well.
What do you mean I'm not helping very much? It's her roll.
Maybe I shouldn't accept help from you because you roll low on things a lot.
High on
On
things a
checks.
lot.
You roll
It's
low on
really
checks.
just perception.
It's just perception
It's
that I'm
really,
bad. Everything
the
else
thing is,
good.
it's so horrendously bad.
And it's so consistent.
It's kind of epic. I'm not gonna lie.
Everything else I'm good at.
Okay, roll history for it.
No, this would definitely be a conversation. So, I welcome to here.
Well, thank you.
We wanted to, well, you kill people.
Yeah.
So, Dertova,
Yes.
she's very well protected all the time. And, well, she, evil. Just,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the,
Mm.
well, the thing is not, still Donna, at least she was better, and then Gertova came back, and if she could die, and if she can, we could, well,
What you do?
potentially, make it worth your while to,
Yeah.
Oh,
that's movie.
her dying,
Yes.
since you're there and all. There's a female dwarf that kind of is looking at you. She's kind of steps forward. This is Donna Blackcenter, you guys. She's the one who had the burns on her arms that you saw before. She kind of looks and she's like, "My forge, I can fix that."
Yeah.
Looks like a fairly straightforward task. I mean, there's some mechanisms in there that, I can fix that.
I can show you how those mechanisms work.
You can do that.
I can show you how my mechanisms work.
I kind of just like look down in the area, just like
Look down, you mean look up in the area?
basically. I'm just like.
Did you miss the link?
You just see the biggest look of confusion on Brack's face. She's like,
Well, my charisma is -1, so
Straightforward as hell.
Negative
Twist both
I'm not
eyes.
exactly an extrovert
He
here.
does this a million.
yes, please. Just a.
Uh,
And because it's mechanical, it's
I got that.
the tiefling from the Book and Bone, when the bookstore that you're at, looks at you and he says, "Magic is your game?" "Yes." "I have a spell book."
Where is?
Said spell book would be made available on Gertova's demise.
Not to help.
And then Tally looks at you and says, so someone, people talk and interested in longbows? Yes, that's an interesting one. Could potentially, be made available if, things went well.
Out of character, would I be
use a longbow by any chance, or is that not something I could do?
You're a cleric.
Yeah.
Well,
Literally anybody could.
can you use it? Yes.
Should you?
Technically proficient with a longbow.
Yes, you are.
You're
Fighters
a
are proficient. You're a fighter.
Go.
There is nothing you are not proficient with.
Proficient in everything.
Hey, the longbow's mine now.
You have guns.
Guns.
Guns are better than bows.
I have a gun.
His guns are better than bows.
So what
I got no better than bows.
constitutes a martial weapon?
We don't use bows where I'm from.
There's a specific
I
list
have
with,
seen.
Okay.
Welcome to the gun.
So,
Hey, everybody, stop trying to steal my bow.
so like this martial melee weapon, I don't.
This
Longbow is a
is
martial.
fantastic.
Well, longbow is a martial ranged weapon.
It would still be considered martial, so it should be.
So yeah, you would be proficient actually. And we could probably
Technically, it would
find
be legal for me too,
something suitable for
because I'm an elf.
the rest
And
of you. If
royal
interested.
But if I turn into an elf, what am
What could possibly work for a little old movie?
I gonna do? Oh, good.
Well, depends. Perhaps if she kind of looks around, a fire again size steps forward, and she says, "Well,
Fire genasi.
a fire again side."
Think of a fire elf.
Okay.
Elemental.
Great.
Is he not?
He does not have a shirt on. Perhaps something to help you examine arcane objects? I have a lens of burning insight.
Do I get another eyeball?
Well, it would be another eyeball. Do you have an extra now?
So, funny story. I collected an eyeball from a man because I was looking for stuff and things, and he gave me an eyeball that I exchanged for blood, and the eyeball helps me see in the dark.
Crazy story.
It's a very Moonbeam story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Exchanging an eyeball for blood.
I like collecting things. If you haven't gathered that,
Mhm.
I'm very rainbow and glitter, but I like weird dark shit. You want
Rainbow glitter skulls.
That must have been Drova.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, if
Big-
you
big
are
fellow.
looking for something to help you examine arcane things, I do have a lens that could assist with that.
And I just have to melee with it, or like how does one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's
Just
that's
gotta-
what we were here for.
Thinking about how to deal with that.
And
You
you
can
make
go
it for
for
eye.
multiple months.
I make her go crazy. She gets schizophrenia. She scratches her eyeballs out, and we win. Like hello.
No, this needs to be. She's gonna have guards around her. She needs to be essentially dead before we start attacking.
Exactly. From above. I
So,
fly.
We know for a fact he's gonna.
so here's like out of character. Current thought, right?
This is another.
Text.
Poison for
That too.
You're gonna bardic inspiration. So I get a D10 to add to my rolls. There's a good chance I'm gonna use my purple worm poison.
So this one.
I'm gonna hunter's marker.
I'll throw
And
you up on her.
Are we sure that going for a straight up attack assassination would be wise when you could do something that could be more under the radar and can't be traced back to us as easily?
Well, I think
Might
for
be
this
better
one, it
idea.
can't really be traced back to us because purple worm doesn't exist here that we know of. So
Oh, the purple worms. Yeah.
I don't know that now. That's,
kind of my other thought is, again, I can be far enough away, and since my bow has the quiet, it doesn't give away my location. And with Gloomstalker, people who have dark vision can't see me when it's dark.
So you're gonna do
I'm
this in the
essentially invisible, so I just do it from far away
The thing is,
when they don't know, and since she doesn't know it's coming, it counts as an assassinate, which makes it an auto crit.
Okay, so you said you need my hex, right? I would have to get a close look for that too.
How close do you need to reach your best?
I think it's like 30.
So, Tally's kind of looking around. There's a woman who, very big, buff-looking woman. Orcs aren't exactly looked happily on this side of the mountains, but there's a chance there's some work in this woman.
Oh, 90.
She's kind of hesitates and is like, can only be used once a week. I have a class of memory push. It erases the last hour of a person's memory.
They can only be used on one person.
One person, once a week. But they forget everything in the last hour.
That would come in handy.
In find Arcana stuff, you get to wipe people's brains. I get to shoot people from far away.
I can obliviate.
I can break.
No?
Plot twist, I'm made by BMW.
What's the name of the world he's from?
Where are you from? Bavarian Motor Works.
Oh shit, stacks.
Snickers.
Type shift.
Make a hit.
What is the plan?
I guess that's a plan.
Very. We need to discuss
I'm
something.
gonna confirm. So I'm gonna like essentially vocalize that. Okay, my current thought is I am going to be as far away as possible with my bow. Moonbeam will inspire me. You are gonna hex. What other? Melora,
Anything for me?
you being
Well, they look at you, and actually some of them kind of huddle together.
Yeah.
My grandpa got me a birthday gift that I really, really wanted, and he just sent me the order confirmation.
Yay!
Oh.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Thanks, Grandpa.
Thanks, Grandpa.
And Tally's like, we don't have it in our possession. We would have to try to negotiate with Kreld. But there is a mall that we could attempt to get for you. It's
A mall. It's like a. I think it's like a. It's the one with the spikes, right?
That's great.
almost more like a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
That when it lands, it will, if you hit somebody hard enough, it will actually cause the ground to shake.
Smash it with a
And
hammer.
People, your enemies would have to attempt to stay standing or fall down.
She's literally Reinhardt.
with the hill strike. Just like, you've lost standing privileges.
And add a rage on top of it.
Yeah.
And then you lose living privileges.
Yeah.
So, is he gonna help us kill it?
What do I have?
You
I know what.
Well, they're gonna fix your weapon.
How fast can you fix that weapon?
She kind of looks. If I bring everybody in, 3 hours.
I'm helping.
How far do you need to be from?
Can I get the longbow to use on this mission? Give myself a safer shot. And a more powerful shot.
We could make that arrangement.
Are we currently at the top of the bell tower? Or
No, we're not.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the top of the bell tower where the bell is, and I'm gonna look out to see if I can see the what is it? The castle where
It's a manor. It's not
the
really
manor?
a true castle.
Okay, the manor from the bell tower.
You should check inside the building.
I'm not checking it.
I'm gonna go underneath the bell and look inside the bell.
Give me an investigation check.
Fuck!
Reroll.
Investigation
10.
10.
Can I help him?
Were there more of you in there?
No.
Are you sure?
Anybody else come through?
Nobody besides me and the fucker. That's my knowledge.
No.
The fact that you had me roll makes me want to use something to re-roll it. Because I didn't think you would actually. You're like, you see a bell.
Could I,
Go to bed.
So, I'm sorry, could you what?
could I
Hey,
see the
Hey,
manor?
hey, Sandwich, do you see
From
anything
up,
in the
from
bell?
up top, Opal, like we kind of talked about before, it's a city that is very vertical. Can't quite make it out. And because the manor, there are taller places. The manor is 3 stories, but there's enough in between you and there. There's hills. Can't really see it from there.
Sandwich, is there anything in the bell?
Do you need me to check?
Yeah. Look in the bell.
Dirty 20.
You look in the bell. There is nothing in the bell.
Why the hell did you want me to open it?
There could be multiple of him hiding in there.
There's nothing.
Ring the middle part.
Yeah. With your head inside it.
You want to attract attention to this location?
I'm not-
ring the.
I'm not ringing the
There's-
bell. I'm
No,
not ringing the
please.
bell.
You don't have to ring it, just move it a little.
Anyways, question: what's the furthest away we could be and still see the manor, or at least not have anything in between us or Rat and the manor, so that we can.
You guys would have to go.
We would have to investigate.
You'd have to
for,
investigate the area.
No. I can go back down and ask what it is.
Well,
Well, she's inside, not outside, really.
and I was gonna say about the longest range you have on a longbow is about 300 feet. If that's
Max range on my weapon is 800. So I mean, my range is bigger than yours.
Mine doesn't break when I miss. This shit talking is going crazy.
He got you there.
She got your ass.
Do you need some coolant for that burn? Like,
Oh.
Jack is weird. Okay.
So, well,
Did you get that sick burn?
here's the thing, and Jarek steps forward. The tiefling comes above. If we give you the book and we show events, what guarantee do you have that you will actually go through your mission? Because at that point you have essentially 2 things of great value.
We're kind of an all or nothing kind of group.
Yeah,
So even if
Why are
if
you
we
covered in
fail,
water?
we're gonna get turned.
Outside.
She was outside.
We're probably gonna get. Y'all can turn us in at that point.
We could just take them and leave the city.
There's no point.
There's a lot more stuff we would get if we do succeed.
So we might as well just
It would be-
either.
Pretty hard for us to leave anyways because. Well, maybe not actually. Scratch that. I had
You're-
a thought and then it left.
Look, yeah.
Yes.
Well,
So it can't be
You're being
that
watched.
Well, yeah, no, actually, it would be hard for us to leave without a lot of attention due to the fact that I am.
You're here.
That was kind of out of our.
It's easy. You kill a bitch and run.
Okay.
You say that like there's not going to be a whole armada
Also,
after.
I'm also part of the royal family that they don't like me. So if I'm conveniently here and she suddenly dies and we just yep,
Yeah.
that's a big ass target on my back.
There's an even
All
bigger
right.
target if you don't dip.
That's true.
They
Oh,
you
you
kill
kill her
her
and then
get
you
you
stay.
easier.
That is true.
Well,
Because then you can go away, and it's not like they have like a tracker on you or
That
anything.
is true.
Attempting to kill her from distance would be difficult. But then, the manner.
How do we?
What if we use his gun instead of your
Is there guards in the room? Like you know how with you, there was guards outside your room, but there wasn't any in.
I thought they're gonna be in them.
Exactly.
Is your gun detachable?
Can you sneak in
It's
through
part
her
of it.
window, like be
So
invisible
you
and sneak
can't
in
just
through her
like
window?
take it off and then put it back on.
Can you take your arm off and put it back on?
That's about it.
If there's no
feel pain.
Can metal feel pain?
Well,
No.
the reason why I ask is because obviously if you
Not
just
really.
mix the gun, put it in Brack's hands, he shoots it.
Is it not also loud as fuck?
yeah, his bow is quiet. That's what I was saying. If there's no guards in the room, like it was in
When if they're ever gonna not
The guards are
Ro-
outside the room.
Ro-
Do you guys have explosives here?
I remember hearing guards outside Rose's
Kind of.
room, but I don't think there were any. There weren't any in your room.
Not
No, there
that
weren't
many.
any in the room.
I didn't think so. I would think it would be the
Could
same for
any
the
of you
mayor.
get into the room?
Right. I was like, can he sneak in through the window? Can someone sneak in through
What
the window?
if someone were to make a very loud boom somewhere near the grounds?
I
cause
am
all the
an
guards to come
entertainer.
running?
I'm very good at distracting.
I think they need something bigger.
We're gonna make an explosion.
I
And the
can't
guards
do
are
a
gonna
whole
come.
concert in the middle of the room. Like everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" It'd be
It's
like
loud.
shiny.
But that doesn't call
Big
for
button
all the guards
guards.
in the.
But if you can get a big enough explosion close enough, you
Yeah.
can cause them to panic, and they're just gonna run wherever that explosion is. Worst case scenario, they double down on her, and then
Which is also likely to happen.
My
And
wing
if
is
I'm-
injured. I can you shoot at the wall. I'd be like, "Oh my god, he shot me!" And they'd be like, "Who?" And I'm like, "I don't know. He went that way." And yeah, because they don't know who left my wing. My wing is just injured.
So y'all are gonna cause a distraction. You stay close enough to Hex though. Want that to help out. How far can you inspire me from and how long does that last?
I can't laugh.
I don't-
Can the brainwashing only or like the brainwipe
60
only
feet
work on one person?
from.
Yes.
You can inspire others who strike with words. To do so, you use bonus. 60 feet from who can hear you. That creature gains one part of inspiration die. D10, I guess at this point. Once within the next 10 minutes, a creature can roll the die and add the number rolled to one ability check, attack roll, saving throw it takes.
10 minutes? So
Yeah. The creature can wait until after it rolls the d20 before deciding to use the bardic inspiration die.
perfect.
Yeah.
So you'll inspire me.
Mhm.
Then we go invisible.
I can only play one of them. Hex's concentration.
That's totally fine. We just invisible to get in the room. Oh no, then should we?
What if I dress up as one of the guards?
Yeah, because you can change into.
He changes his form, not his clothing.
That's true.
We could
You
take
just
out a
take out
guard.
one of the guards, I take their clothes.
I can do that.
Or we can just knock one out without killing someone.
If it's the one guy in particular, kill him.
It's one
I
guy who's
almost
gonna miss
like it.
one guy.
Who's gonna miss one?
If they find a body of a guard.
I have
Sounds
a
like
powder
a-
that can paralyze someone for a minute. Do you think you can undress someone in a minute?
Oh, I know I can.
Hold on.
I mean, it can't be that hard.
Or I can put them to sleep.
And then he'll be naked and
It's
afraid
enough,
in a corner because
Oh,
he has visions of
Again, I didn't do that again. Yeah.
If he wakes up, he comes to before that. I can handle it.
Well, he's just paralyzed, and then he has like, I fuck with people's brains, so he's fucking fighting demons up here, not worried about what you doing right now. Like, so I could do that. I could powder one of the guards. That way, I'm not killing anybody. And yeah,
Would the powder work as a charm thing?
Because elves have their brain and
Shit.
something.
You can always just kill him.
Not so, but
Just-
not killing everyone.
You can also just declare non-lethal. Whenever you're doing damage, you can declare non-lethal, and as long as your damage doesn't go over their total HP over 0, it doesn't kill them.
like he did with the Goliath. He was like, this is not lethal. Kills the Goliath anyway.
Because it did so much damage.
to the point where it was gonna die.
Essentially, if it has 50 health and you do 100 or more total,
It's gonna die.
it's gonna die.
Even with the non.
But these dudes are tanky enough that as long as we don't crit,
Can I see the book?
The book.
which
I
one?
don't,
Mean
the
Speed?
Huh?
Player's Handbook?
The
I don't think I
book.
have that.
The players
So,
The book.
my
Granted, I feel like we're thinking a little bit too
You know how that-
much on the
well,
getting him in guard equipment.
well, that's why I was saying. I was saying if I could do color spray, it just fucking blinds you for setting it with like color.
No, I'm saying we might not need to. It's kind of my thought.
And how do you want me to get close enough to it?
You can do it from that side of the room, right?
I have to be able to see. Why?
You can if you're thrown hard enough.
I can't fly yet, but
Anything can fly with enough thrust. It's the landing.
No, he makes a valid point.
you're not wrong. But
Okay, so how do we get
I can
you
also-
to be able to see her so you can hex her without giving away?
you up there.
so we do this. We're doing this at night.
Yeah,
I'd assume.
Well, I
No,
mean,
we're
like,
gonna do it in broad daylight.
Not broad. I mean, like.
While she's making breakfast, you
we're
know.
probably not going to do it this night.
That's why I asked.
We still
So,
have a
we're
lot of
doing it at
planning, and I
night,
like how we're
correct?
just standing here planning this lady's murder for so long.
And everybody's just like,
So,
Today, please.
again, thought. You inspire me. You go cause boom. You hold him outside of door. Just flying, just boom. Hex.
Are you planning on doing this in the throne room?
Does she sleep in the throne?
So, going after her in her bedroom.
I thought that was kind of just like,
Like,
she
given.
doesn't sleep.
She's,
What if you went to visit her?
And
That
you,
would be
leave,
suspicious.
and you leave
So-
the door ajar, and then you can like invisible sneak in, and then you can invisible sneak in while she's
So
Yeah.
she walks in, she's alive, she leaves, suddenly she's dead.
Yeah, that's way too suspicious. We cannot have her in the
What if
room.
I invisible both of us?
What if she leaves, and then you're already in there. He sneaks in through the window.
Even then, if a guard sees her as the last person to go in and out between
What
her
if they don't
living
see
and
her
dying,
go in?
Sus as fuck.
What if they don't see her go in?
well, she's visiting and not on the front door.
Yeah, I was gonna say if she's visiting.
Well, no, I mean like before we even get to
Yeah,
The
but that's
guards are
why I
by the
said.
door.
That's why I said he sneaks in and she goes in. make sure she says something while the door is still open so they hear her live when she's gone, so they can't suspect her.
I could use her voice.
Let's start.
Well,
Okay,
okay,
Ursula.
so
He's
I'm
changed.
changeling, so I'm able to change into other people and that's
We don't have those.
And then I could also have an alibi because I'm somewhere else.
Wait, what if I
And
just dress
James.
up as the mayor? I just realized that. Why don't I just
Oh.
Yes,
To
and then,
pull the guards aside.
to pull the guards aside?
yes.
And while you're dressed as her, could you hex her while you're?
It's not a
No.
spell. It's not a spell, so I could hex her.
But you would have to see her, and if you see her, and she sees you.
I'm invisible for a second. I hex her, and I come out as her, and then by that point,
We do what we do.
How long does hex last?
hex lasts. Depending on what level I do it, I could hold it for a bit.
Okay.
So technically, I don't really have to.
So you hex. You inspire me. You cause an explosion. Are we still gonna have you go in at some point to talk with her? Or are you?
I don't know how much. What?
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. So I think y'all just be wherever our escape route becomes. Be ready with a second boom to pull them away from our escape route, and then after I kill her, we're just fucking gone.
I don't think we're going to be able to enter a jewel city without having notoriety, by the way. No, notoriety.
Which one?
Your current plan does not include going through one of the jeweled cities. Here, my understanding is going through the Delta Hills next, and then crossing into Media, which is technically, well, it is a border town. It is technically on the side of Packmore.
Yes, but also if we're thinking about
Long term, yes, that will factor in.
long term, because we're trying to put the final court on the throne, obviously. It's
Yeah.
going to interfere. So,
So
taking that into account.
here's my thought.
Is it
You
like a
let
piece
her
of paper or
know-
something? And is it like what do you mean?
Notoriety. So basically, like, we'd be infamous for killing somebody of the Don Rose
They
family.
wouldn't know it was
And-
us.
Okay.
Here's what we said.
Because they saw you leave, didn't they?
No,
When-
what we'll say is we're leaving that afternoon, that night. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, we're not doing it.
No.
I forgot.
Yeah, we
So
say
we
we're
leave.
exactly. And
Oh yeah.
then we're good. You don't have to say you're coming with us. They don't even have to
You
know
could be
you're with
somewhere
us.
else.
Yeah.
So if they do see you,
The dwarf steps forward. She's like, "We could be fixing your on the back end,
Yeah.
the map."
That works. As long as I'm
Um,
there in time to make my
Where-
explosion.
and I also plan on using the purple one.
Where? Okay. Cool. So, Malore.
Melora and Rel are going to be near the escape route, ready to
Skedaddle.
get out.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I want her to be part.
This is a stealth operation,
The
as
two
respectfully as
tanky-
possible.
The two tanky people really aren't great at stealth.
Well, you
Can she go invisible?
I can, technically.
It's
can.
not
For a
that
minute.
long, though.
Oh,
It's
shit.
not that long.
Yeah, not
It's
really.
not
And
long.
once she engages in combat,
It's
she's
gone.
no longer invisible.
Yeah.
If she gets seen, they automatically know it's us.
Because they saw her walking all of this.
The only person who will see me is Toba.
Yeah.
Is Grutova, and she won't be alive to say that she's not. You shouldn't end up being seen either. You'll pretty much just be inspiring me, and also joining them on escape route. Then from there, we're gonna stay a little bit closer, I think. No,
I can
no,
also
you just-
technically be invisible too.
Yeah.
good.
So I have greater invisibility, so.
We'll have like
That sucks, though.
we'll have a
Why?
signal then.
It's not like regular invisibility. That one was
You have a
My life. I just got that shit early on.
Kind of my thought then is at this point, if I'm going into her room, well, she's meditating. I'm probably gonna go with daggers.
You're gonna need someone else to get you out unless you can just jump out the window.
I can't. I was gonna say these windows are about 20, 30 feet, which is pleasant.
Laura can catch you.
There we go.
I'm trying here.
Be invisible for a minute.
I am going to say,
Oh no.
Ritova used to be like a very, very strong, powerful battle tank. She's old,
Right.
but take that into consideration.
Okay, but she's elderly.
But she's also
You know
Yeah.
Boomy from Aang from Avatar?
Yeah.
Think of that.
That's what we thinking about.
Think of Boomy.
She's a big woman. She's gone a little bit to fat at this point. Okay. So if we cause Boom to distract guards, okay, we just have to deal with her at that point. Okay. Multiple of us then can engage. Okay. Me.
I
Who
also
can get out the window the easiest?
want to.
You can get out the window easy.
I also want to put out there, I have the mislead spell, so we can use that as a distraction if we need.
Okay.
Do you know what that spell does?
I can go invisible and do things in the background while it double with me, but I can control. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I doubt we would necessarily need to use that, but that is a tool that we can use at our disposal.
Would all three of us want to engage then? Is that the thought there?
Sure.
And
Then I just have to. How would I get out?
jump out the window? How high up is the window?
She
I
would
was guessing like
be
20, 30 feet.
yeah, it'd be third floor.
So 30 feet. So Mora's gonna catch us. And what would be a way that we could get Melora into that fight if we have to?
I can throw my from a distance.
Nice. Through the window.
It's got a boomerang effect.
So it's gotta come back somehow.
And we want Rel to just seem like she's out of town, for sure.
The one that the other purple.
And so one of the things that I'm going to point out just as a point of clarification for the rules, because I know we've got people who are a little bit newer. You keep saying 30 feet. If it's the third floor, at this time, probably closer to about 20 some odd. Okay. Total to get to the third floor. And jumping is your.
Could she jump that high?
Yeah, it's 3 plus your strength modifier. So
Is that feet off ground?
yeah.
She could get 20 feet then.
No, not your strength modifier.
3 times your strength modifier?
3 plus your strength
Oh,
modifier.
3 plus your strength modifier.
So
So
what?
she would be just short. Melora was just short of being able to jump that high. The base of the window is at 20 feet. The thing is, she can get 16 feet up. With your rocket boosters higher than that.
My acrobatics is like
Yes.
Acrobatics actually has nothing to do with jumping.
That sucks.
I thought the same thing.
It's a strength thing, right?
Yeah.
Athletics.
My strength is fine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's your strength modifier. So it's a little plus in your strength.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's
I went away for a second.
your athletics is
Okay.
we just have to roll out of it.
So the plan then, so Tally comes in, so to try to distract, take her in the chambers, and but you were going to claim to leave town before doing so.
Yes. That way they assume we're gone. And then again we'll distract with the explosion. 3 of us will engage. And then they'll be waiting at our escape route close enough by that if we do need their assistance, they would be able to provide it.
And then if you come back to here, to the Beacon Bell Tower, we will attempt to get you back out of the city.
Okay. So we come here.
And we will provide you with the remainder of what you were promised.
So you leave, you come back. Me, you, Moby, go, and the other person. He creates Big Boom. You catch everybody at Fort John.
And Rella, you stay out of sight.
You're just not set.
I do have the bloomer.
What?
The bloomer.
What is that?
I'm trying to remember exactly what it is.
I'm
But
pretty sure that's
it's-
the one that
it's-
infects people and that kills them.
It's,
Would Brack just know what it is?
but it could be very useful, I believe, for Zola.
So the
Thank you. Apologies.
Bloomer, no other information.
Because I
No other
if I
information.
remember correctly, that's the one that kills them after like an hour.
Yeah. Can we make her tea?
You make a what?
Take her some tea.
Or a drink of some sort? You know, like
Do you think she would
Here's
trust
a Red
something or
Bull.
something?
Huh?
You think she would trust
Why
something?
are you buying
it's
this?
so
It's
it's
not
bloom
us.
rot, not bloom root.
Rot. Bloom rot.
Again, would Brack just know what that is?
Not
Um,
us. But maybe
roll
we
nature for me.
send in
Stop
like
fighting.
room service or something.
Someone could invisibly sneak it in and
Yeah.
then have that
Unfortunately,
take
I have
down
a
her
+1
helmet
Yeah.
beforehand and
Yeah.
make her delete
Do I have advantage?
No,
5.
no, you don't.
Well,
So yeah, the bloom root infects people with a vine rot.
Okay. What does this do exactly?
So do you remember the?
Well, yeah.
All I
need the character
remember
to
was that
explain.
it could be useful in use with
well,
Rakova.
is the purple not
Okay.
the knife that's in there?
Yeah. So
Let's just explain it.
so Charlotte basically steps up. She's like, well, it's the vine rot basically causes essentially plants to grow inside very very quickly over the course of an hour. It can overtake and kill a person as the plants force their way out.
Nice. Sorry.
So what you're saying is,
She'll be wonderful.
I thought you guys were trying to do something else. I'm sorry. It
That
seems like
seems
you
a
had a
lot
plan.
easier.
that seemed a lot.
Mhm. Look at you coming in clutch.
Nobody's talking to Melora
I
here.
thought I wasn't going to be involved at all, and now I've got the solution.
I was waiting the whole. I was like, we have a much easier solution, but Vrack doesn't. No
Yeah,
one
we
else
don't-
knows.
I was.
don't
That's
know
what
about
I also, because technically I don't know about it, but I was like,
I forgot about it. I apologize. Sorry.
Because like we can't.
I was trying to get you involved. I was like,
I know.
you can
Well,
see
I was
where
trying
you're
to get
coming from.
involved. I was sitting here thinking,
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I was trying to help, but I don't know. But I honestly forgot about that, to be honest.
No, I didn't. I was like, I can't just.
I didn't write about it very well, sorry. Hey, there's a
Apologies.
moon rod somewhere.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Okay, so new change of plan. We leave town,
New plan.
just change into a butler or
Yeah, a
something.
maid or
Whoever's
butler.
preparing the food, and just put it in.
Well, okay. Wait, okay, if she's like a battle tank, clearly they've like trained them, or maybe she's been exposed to some stuff of that nature. What if she can taste it? She'd be like, aha!
Do
Joke's
you
on you.
think she could taste it?
Doubtful that she could taste it, and though
She's not going to be immune to it.
it does start acting fairly quickly, and she has been known to have people test for poisons. So the key will be to, she has had food tasters because, well, we have tried to kill her before, and it didn't go well. The key is getting it into her drink after the tasters taste and before she ingests it.
You have slow.
Can
You
you?
have to do that.
That's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
too obvious.
That's good.
That's fair.
I could subtle spell it, but at the same time, it's like, if you want me to be in there, I would most likely have to be invisible. When I use slow, I'm no longer invisible.
Could you just pose as one of the tasters?
But
And
then
taste it?
But if I taste
No,
it,
no,
then
no.
I'm fucking
No, you
done.
taste
Pretend
it.
to taste it.
You taste it and then you put it in.
Would anybody notice though? I'm getting to her.
And that's gonna be the thing.
Does it have to be ingested?
Can we
Yes.
make you like a spoon if you're making tea? Can we make you like a spoon with holes in it, like Sally did?
I got excited. I was like,
Do you have one of those?
maybe we can just make one. I feel like that's a pretty easy thing to make. And then we can put like an illusion spell or something.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, so we're poisoning with that. Is there any way to make her unconscious? Is there?
Yeah, they're hard enough.
That's true,
I think
but
she's
that'll be
making-
too
You can
obvious.
make anybody unconscious, but yes, it's.
Can I lullaby her like the wheel?
No, can't be charmed.
Shit.
Well, she has advantage on it. She just can't.
She can't be put to sleep.
She can't put to sleep.
Shit.
Because the thing is, she could notice it and get
That's a constitution, right?
help in time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love how you thought we were going to get to multiple plot points today. You were really like, yeah, we're going to hit multiple. No.
He's been like it's like an hour.
It's been a solid 30 minutes of just discussing this plan.
We're so thorough about this
Because we know if we mess up something, he's gonna catch us on it, and we're gonna just like.
We're so thorough.
I love how the plan is send him in by himself. And you guys leave town.
Leroy.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm the most like espionage person there
Wait,
is.
I have unseen servant. What if I use unseen servant to send in the tea? You dress as one of the brother, the pretended, right? And then I unseen servant and have her send it in the tea thing. She drinks it. No one gets caught.
Unseen.
Servant, yes. It's like,
Unseen.
Nobody else sees it.
The servant puts the
yes.
poison in.
Poison in the tea.
Yeah.
So the servant's going with me.
No, she would be there.
Yeah.
She would also just have to try and be
I have
unseen.
I have a disguise kit.
You can't change your size though.
Yes, I can. I can get bigger or smaller. I can grow up to 5'6" or
That's with enlarged.
And that's only for a minute.
okay.
And I think both of those are concentration.
Shit.
Disguise kit isn't.
Disguise kit is just a kit.
No, but the unseen servant and enlarged reduce.
Oh.
Do you have to be able to see?
Oh no,
every-
unseen servant is duration.
What's
Oh,
the
an
difference?
hour.
So you could be outside.
Right.
So
I just have to be at the door.
okay, so-
Turn into or change real quick. Yeah. Get regular size. Here's your tea, madam. Fucking dick.
Look at the specifics of unseen servant. You have to be able to see.
I don't have. I asked for the book and I don't have it.
I'll
Or
look
I
it
don't
up,
have my
I'll
book.
Do you have a player's handbook?
We have.
I don't know where it went. I do not have it.
Alright.
It's not over here either.
Okay.
Oh, never mind, I do have it. It's right
I
here.
was gonna say, I thought it was over here.
Right on top.
Alright. Unseen servant. This spell creates an invisible, mindless, shapeless force that performs simple tasks at your command until the spell ends. The servant springs into existence in a non-occupied space on the ground within range and an AC of 10, 1 hit point, and a strength of 2. And it can attack if it drops to 0 hit points, the spell ends. Once on each of your turns as a bonus action, you can mentally command the servant to move up to 15 feet and interact with an object. The servant can perform simple tasks that a human servant can do, such as fetching things, cleaning, mending, holding clothes, lighting fires, serving food, and pouring wine. Once
So
you
if
get
I can
commands,
just point out one thing with this that you would know, the servant
Mhm.
is unseen.
Yeah.
The stuff that it's holding is not.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'll be at the door.
someone will still see the poison
shit.
going into the thing
Yeah.
and think it's me because I'm the person that's.
Can the unseen servant be the tester?
Nobody would see it testing.
And I don't think it can
Dang it.
taste.
Can you put a disguise kit on it?
Guys, kid,
Make it-
like rapid and
Yeah.
it's like
No.
Invisible Man style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Low key, my thought then at this point, explosion and we jump a bitch.
Original
Wait.
plan.
All of us.
How are
Why?
we going to get in without getting minutes?
Explosion.
Do you think everybody is going to?
They're not gonna leave her unguarded.
Yeah.
What if the
They'll
explosion
be like, come on,
is
madam, and then.
around?
It wouldn't bring her to the explosion.
Well, no, but to leave.
But they're gonna keep her
Move
well
her.
guarded because the manor is being attacked.
Or
Yeah.
somewhere's being attacked? and it's
They might have an
nobody.
escape plan.
If I just make it further away from the
I'm
banner,
sure they do.
I may get there at the back half of the fight, but at least that distraction would be far enough away to where they wouldn't see it as a threat to her.
You get one more time, bro.
Dude,
Or the explosion could be like under her window.
Under the window.
Damage her, potentially kill any guards that are around her.
So
And then
just
just-
bomb the banner.
Yeah. And then just kill her faster than they can.
Then I'll just fucking. I should just fucking lightning bolt it at that point.
We all know they love people.
They were robots.
lightning bolt him.
I mean, I
Yeah,
can try
can
it.
lightning bolt you?
Like I can
You-
try it on you.
You would probably, and again, just from your knowledge, you don't really have access to anything of scale to create an explosion like that.
Oh man.
Okay.
I don't think I.
So what's the damn plan?
Longbow the bloom rod
Okay.
into her mouth.
Plan. Now my current thoughts, right? Oh my god, okay. Fuck.
Assassinations are hard.
Assassinations are hard.
How do I get in the room without her noticing?
If you're invisible,
Whatever you're when she's not.
is whatever you're holding invisible to?
Yes. Whenever
Yes.
you're invisible, whatever.
Okay, so how long does your invisible, can you make him invisible?
Oh.
That's what I was saying. I could
Just
see
open the door, he go, pew, and he fucking dipped.
No,
like,
no, no, no,
Or
no.
he,
But then he
After the
everything he's holding-
taster tries it,
Yeah,
yeah.
because he's
Oh.
invisible along with everything that's.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You have to ingest it for it to kill you. If you touch it, you'll find.
Well, I would have to taste it.
Taste
and
it
then,
and
Then,
taste
yeah,
it.
and
And
he-
then
and
he
then-
drops it in.
So I need him to come with me
Uh-huh.
and just make him invisible and not me.
And then, do you want me to deliver it? I can dress as a.
No, he would
I have the
deliver.
best bet because I can just dress up as one of the elves,
Fair.
put on
Deliver
the,
it,
put on the
taste
suit,
it.
deliver it, taste it, and then he puts it in, and then we'll know.
Yeah.
We would need to kind of figure out how that all works though. Like the
And
logistics
if she
of how
somehow
that.
survives that shit, assassinate.
So we'll attempt this during the
Can
day,
be.
and then if not, explosion, jump the guards, jump a bitch.
Yes.
Do you want? Okay, so we can't leave immediately because it said it takes an hour. So someone has to. We have to make sure that it worked. You know.
Yeah.
Do you want me to fly to kind of peek in the window, see if there's a plant in her window?
Do you want me to make them invisible so that they know for a fact you were never there?
Yeah.
That's probably the best bet, so that it's
Yeah.
like there was a fairy that we saw.
Not if I'm just in the corner and then I can just roll stuff.
No, you're flying through the city.
Oh.
People are gonna, especially since you smell the brownies and
Just leaving a trail of brownies behind.
I am a homing beacon for attention.
You are a
Yeah.
colorful.
So
bitch.
making you invisible would help a lot. Then they will at least see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, do you want to, are you still planning on checking out with Matilda, and then,
Yeah, we should probably leave.
Yeah.
Leave
First.
and then, if you like, you can come back to the Beeping Bell Tower as a center of operations
Yes.
in the
Good
meantime.
Good plan. I think, yeah.
Wait, but then we would have to make sure nobody sees us going into the house.
They just
Nobody's dying.
It's abandoned, isn't it?
yeah.
What about getting as we're making our way to the bell tower? Do you think she won't have anybody follow us? Like the robots we just destroyed?
So essentially, my thought is,
Oh yeah. Well, you're still here. The guards will be.
we say we're
I think,
leaving,
though.
and
We
then
don't know.
they're not gonna follow you out the city. And if they do,
Why would they?
if
To
they
make
Because
sure.
you're
As soon as we
technically
got.
royal.
Sure, you're leaving
Sorry.
the city.
If they do, just leave, go 30 minutes out, and then come back in.
As soon as we.
Or mislead.
Yeah.
Exactly.
As soon as we got off the boat, they were like, "Oh, it's you, guards."
They didn't even
So-
know it was you
Yeah.
until someone talked.
Keep in mind, no one reminded me, so.
So you just either leave the city if the guards follow you, or just come to the bell tower if not. Because honestly, I'm guessing most of the guards probably don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Outside of the ones that actually guarded you.
Yeah.
So you can disguise kit her a little bit.
Yeah.
And
You're gonna be
Beam
invisible.
bat boom.
What?
Didn't you say you would be invisible?
I would be invisible if I mislead.
So at that point, you
so we have all those different
But
ways.
I would have a double that if
yeah, it would just be you walking to the thing. You go invisible, go to the bell tower.
Yeah.
It continues to the thing.
Yeah,
at the
Just
bell
kind
tower,
of
and then
detour.
it
yeah,
goes away.
that's what I thought.
So,
So,
attempt to rot. If rot doesn't work, jump guards, jump a bitch with explosion.
Yes.
okay, so to clarify, just so we are all on the same page, the plan at this point is we are going to leave camp. We are going to instead go to the Weeping Bell Tower if we can. If not, if they escort you out, then you will go a little bit outside of town, sneak back in.
Yeah.
In the meantime, everybody else is at the Weeping Bell Tower. From there, you are going to essentially, somebody is going to jump one of the testers, take the tester's clothes, disguise themselves as said tester, which means you're going to have to figure out who said tester is, because at this point you have no idea.
That's what I'm saying. We have to stay for a little bit and kind of.
Yeah, and that's my. We're not immediately going in and being like, "Hi, we're leaving." We're gonna figure out who a couple of these testers are.
Yeah.
And
We need an excuse to stay longer though.
Um,
Make it believable.
at which point
You said a few
you,
things. We've
you
only
acquire
been here a
said
day.
tester's face, said clothes. At the next meal, you sit in as tester, test, pass food along. While you pass, after you pass food along, you are invisible,
Inevitable.
Holding the item.
holding the
Rot.
bloom rot, sneak it in.
Sneak
She
it in the
ingests.
Yeah.
You guys hang around long enough to make sure it works. Head back to Weeping Bell Tower.
As an extra precaution, should we put them in a disguise kit to make them look different. So if like the invisibility lets up or something like that.
Oh yeah, because the
Good
last
idea.
time we tried to leave with the invisibility.
I can
Yeah.
disguise self.
He can do a disguise self, so it's like, oh, who is this motherfucker?
Who is this booze?
Do we know any other short? You gave your pin to Skibbons, didn't you?
No,
Oh, you still have the pin?
that's not the pin. I used it.
She wasn't there to see Stan.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, no. Wait, I gave it to somebody to use for a second though. I got it back, but I definitely.
Okay.
I thought it would use him, but no, I think I gave it to somebody else to use for.
It wasn't me.
Okay.
I think it was Skibbons. You gave it to Skibbons for him. to use.
Okay, so this is planned? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
This is plan.
All right. Now that we have a plan, let's go to our break.
You would have students wanting to be in class.
It's like, I don't know how to read. Can you, what's this? No.
All right.
And that works.
This person needs to know how to read. Bend over. Right in front of my desk.
Okay then. It's not that kind of stream.
We all know. It's somewhat.
With this group of people.
All right.
We
So
try to keep nudity to a minimum.
now you have plan.
Whoa.
That's too much. It's too much.
I saw skin.
And lift up the stocking. Let's look on to something shocking that happens now.
Ankles.
Anything goes.
Oh.
Ankles.
Oh,
Ankles. All right. So, now that you all are back,
Hang on.
So true. You have ring on?
That sounds like a narwhal.
Why?
It sounds like a llama from Minecraft.
That's so
Dark Blackcinder, the dwarf woman, comes up to you and she says, "Well, if we take you back to the shop now, we can probably have it fixed by morning."
That works.
Do
Do you have any?
Around here for them?
Do you have any black powder?
Black.
Anything combustible?
We do have some, not
I got some.
much.
I can make it.
So she goes over to one of the walls, makes a gesture, and the portal appears. And she's like, "Come on."
Okay.
So you are off with Darna now. Once you arrive,
What's her name?
Darna Blackcinder,
Darna.
she wakes up a young boy. She's like, Endra, yes, ma'am. She's like, go get the entire crew. He's like, but it's the middle of the.
I'm not from around here.
What? She's like, just go get everybody. Yes, ma'am. And he kind of backs towards the door.
What's funny is that my intimidation stat is also like a 3.
Once again, you were the most intimidating thing here.
I know, that's the crazy thing. I'm the nicest person ever. It's like, don't fuck with me, but like, yeah.
6-foot robot. She smells.
And that's terrifying.
Yes.
Wait, why does this smell
I'm a
like
2-foot glittery bitch that smells like brownies, and I could kick your ass by just looking at you. Like, that's
Okay.
the joys of being black. Like, we're so sorry.
So, after about 30 minutes, there's a crew of 4 that show up, and they set to work. With you kind of open up your arm to give them access. She's very competent. It does take about the 3-4 hours. It's not as good as you could have done with your setup,
Right.
obviously. It does feel a bit off and a bit awkward. The boar isn't as great as you'd like it right now.
Yeah,
For your next combat, okay, your misfire will be a 3.
I was right.
But after that, the boar should smooth out after it's gone through able to put a few rounds through it. Okay, so for one combat on lightning bolt, your misfire will be a 3. Okay. All right. Rest of the party still back at the Weeping Bell Tower.
Well, I don't know about you, but it's been a pretty long day and I'm ready to go back to bed.
Yeah, we should probably head back.
Oh, shoot. I
Yeah,
think we
need to
just,
head back.
I think we left, what's her face still at the place?
Kendra.
Yeah, her. I keep forgetting.
Kinda? Yeah.
So we head back there. We start doing reconnaissance on Taster ship. Is he back at this point?
No.
We need to move
This is
on.
right after he
We're not doing
left. So at this
We're
point,
just doing fun.
you know that he's going to be gone for several hours.
When are we gonna meet back up?
Oh, yeah, we probably should have. Well, worst comes to worst, we go to the bell tower and be like, hey. Or, wait, no, we just go to one of their shops and be
Well,
like,
I mean,
hey,
they're
have you seen
also
Robot
all,
Man?
some of them are still here, and so they,
Yeah, they haven't left yet.
yeah, so we can also talk to them and
Oh, yeah, well,
get them relay things to him.
So, Tally kind of looks at you, she's like, so since you're not planning on, using the bow, then
You can hold on to it.
probably not carrying now, because that, yeah.
Okay.
Could you tell Robot Boy, to meet us back here at, like, noon, if possible?
Later.
Later.
Yeah, and the Monday I will
That I was gonna say. Honestly, it might not be much afternoon that we apply.
Oh.
So
wait,
we don't
we're
need
doing
to-
it the next day? I thought
Yeah,
we
no,
were, like,
I'm-
waiting a couple of days.
I thought we were gonna wait and then leave before the
Because we still need to do reconnaissance.
reconnaissance.
Okay.
We don't want to do
Okay.
any of the assassination plans while we're still
So-
in.
Tell Robot Boy to be collecting explosives just in case we need Plan B. So we'll do reconnaissance for a while. And
I see. I'm sorry.
when we meet back up with him, do we need to meet back up with him until plans fall through?
Guess not.
We have to figure out how we're staying
Yeah.
I would guess.
next 3 days to observe.
Get, like, the routine down at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 days. Then leave that night.
Yeah.
Well,
Leave.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. No.
How do we feel about that? Maybe.
Excuse me.
So
Good.
3 days for recon, and then meet back up here.
Yeah.
After we leave.
So meet up with Robot Boy in 3 days? Yes. Okay. Is there,
Can you
like, that
relay that
time? We never really discussed
midnight
time.
on plan.
on, well, 3 days to relay all the information that we learned, and then solidify our plans from then.
It's like she eats at 8. She shuts down at like 9:30, 10.
Yeah.
So we should probably wait till like midnight, maybe 11:30, midnight-ish, to make sure she's asleep or meditating.
Well,
Maybe we should
wait till
offer,
10 because they only sleep
Yeah.
for like sleep for hours.
Oh yeah.
We'll just have to figure out her routine. But I feel like meeting the third day, or third night, or fourth night technically. Wait, okay, so 3 days,
So this coming day
yes,
is 1.
1.
The next day is 2. The final day
is the
is
assassination.
assassination.
Final day's assessment.
So when we leave, we're coming back that same night. So
Okay, so
And is it possible maybe
2 nights
we
from now.
want
at midnight.
Cheytak to be with us during that time? Because,
Just in case shit goes backwards.
yeah,
Yeah.
and to, you know, I don't
So-
know, are we still discovering trust? You know.
Okay. So 2 nights from now, we meet up here midnight with Robot Boy.
So the night before the
I
assassination.
feel like we're talking about an anime. Robot boy.
So the night before the assassination, we recon, talk about everything, make a plan. Next night,
Execute plan.
execute plan for plan A.
Plan A. If plan B fails,
Plan A
then,
fails.
Well,
Then plan B.
then plan B. Same night. Next night.
Uh,
We
Probably
need to probably
sooner.
cool off a little bit
Yeah.
afterwards, so probably next night.
yeah.
Oh.
But will that give them time to prepare? Or
Oh yeah, because then they might double down on like everything. Which is
So we
But I'm assuming
it would have to be something.
I think it should be
people
back to
have been
back.
made.
Yeah.
People have made assassination attempts with poisons before, and so it's kind of a routine thing, right? So would that
Nice.
make them double down on?
Mm.
That's something that they would know. I'm assuming.
Yeah, but they would still probably
They'd double
put
down.
up extra precautions, and the more time to give them to do that.
Yeah.
So I think if plan A fail, immediately shift to plan B later that night. Because again, they still assume we're gone.
Yeah.
So
how would we know start?
Because after an hour, she doesn't die.
That's it.
Well,
Well,
no.
the thing is, if she gets assistance, because this should kill her. If she ingests it and does not get medical attention in very short order, this is going to kill her.
Should we have the Furbolg go on a vacation so the only like person that could maybe have an antidote in
Oh.
I'm guessing
one of
they
us
have a
say-
doctor that has an antidote.
That's good.
to this
Or
specific
heal.
poison? Because I'm assuming this Furbolg would come since she's a florist and knows a lot of things, and if their doctor can't find anything, maybe they'd go to the Furbolg and
Okay.
demand that she finds an antidote or something.
And you can distract the Furbolg, exchange Furbolg stories, or be like, so what's
But
it like being your
Furbolg will probably go if we ask if
We-
Furbolg wants to.
We
Yeah.
can't just ask the nine.
Go on.
Do y'all think the doctor, if they realize she's poisoned, would be able to stop this poison from happening? Once it's ingested, of course.
So Shara kind of shakes her head. This is very, very rare. This isn't anything that grows in this area. It's not something that you can find easily. I doubt they would even know its existence.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So
like,
that-
if they
Much less
can't
the way
find,
to
And
So
so-
the antidote for it.
So the Furbolg,
Mhm.
take a few day vacation if you're able to.
just so they can't have you have, yeah, you guys have backup.
And any antidotes you have in your shop, bring with you.
There is no.
Perfect.
Well then, take a few day vacation just in case they
Just
find it.
in case.
Yeah.
Okay. So, plan A, get it in the cup. If we get caught, we're just gonna shift to plan B in pretty short order. Because if I get caught and captured, I think we just need to immediately start exploding things.
So how would that?
If you get captured,
Like how would we be like, hey, start plan B?
Why would you get captured? How would you? Huh? Wait.
These elves are smart. We almost
Yeah.
yeah,
we almost didn't make it to
See,
getting over
if they
here.
discover him,
I don't know how they would,
but in the
if
case,
they
as a backup plan.
do.
Oh yeah.
We need to have that ready to go. That would cause a large enough distraction that hopefully I could escape whoever is restraining me. And Sudal will also be there as the taster, so he could also help me escape the hopefully only.
Moonbeam was also going to be
One,
checking
two
on the
bars.
wolf too, so checking on the situation, right? I'm assuming
Yeah.
that's still a thing that's happening.
Yeah. Like I'm in the window, making like kind of checking periodically
Okay.
because I am small and flat size.
We don't have any telepathic messaging abilities, do we?
No,
Not necessarily messaging, I can check on you guys telepathically.
Oh yeah, you can scry.
Yeah.
So once we know the time.
She doesn't even need me there. I can just scry on Katoba.
Yes, you can scry
That's
Tova right before we start executing the plan, and if you see people notice,
Mhm.
you can let
Cheytak know, hey,
I'm only specifically scrying on her. I won't be able to notice anybody else.
Scrying only works on one specific.
I'm only going to be able to see just her.
okay.
So she'll be able to know if the poison takes effect
Works,
or not. And then if it doesn't, she can tell Cheytak and it can go on plan B. But if it does, then
will you be able to know what we put it in? Because I don't know what. Well, we know what he's tasting beforehand.
No, probably not. I
That's
will
why
see
I'm
her.
thinking.
I will see her in her own.
That's why I'm saying probably scry me. That way, if I'm caught, because that's the trigger for start plan B. Not
Well,
if poison works. Because you're not going to know if the poison works until.
An hour later. Oh, well, I would be scrying an hour later.
so she's okay. So the whole reason why she is scrying is so that Moonbeam doesn't have to go to the window.
Can you cast
So
scrying
she-
multiple times?
Should be.
As many spell slots as she has.
Yeah, I have 3 for my scrying.
So
So
she could do
so
one for Katova.
scry me first.
okay.
Make sure I don't get caught.
Okay.
Once I don't get caught,
Scry.
scry her to make sure it works.
Like an hour later or so. Yeah. Just so Moonbeam doesn't get risks of getting discovered.
Yeah.
And
So
that's
But
giving
if I don't need to use
Exactly.
invisibility,
I just wanted to.
essentially making sure I get the poison in whatever it is.
Do you want to still do that?
No, your thing is silly.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take your thing. It's fine.
Okay. And then you are gonna be near Cheytak whenever you're scrying. That way you can let him know, hey, Brack was caught, blow this shit, or hey, she noticed later, blow this shit.
or hey, she's dead. You're dead.
Exactly. Okay.
Are we missing anything?
So we're gonna recon for a few days.
Yes.
We're gonna leave. You're gonna invisible me into area. Will you become the taster? Well, first we have to take out the taster.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
So we go in. How many times can you cast invisibility?
As many spell slots as I have per second, which I have 4.
4 plus third and 4. Okay. We get in using invisibility. We take out a taster. You become taster. Then you invisible me. You scry me at the time you know she's gonna be eating. I apply it. Assuming it works, we just dip. If it don't work, we blow the shit. And then we.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So where are me and Melora for all of this? Because
Melora.
this is very you based. So what are me and Melora doing?
Staying with them, and if shit gets fucky, improvise. Because at that point, we don't know what's gonna break down.
Melora. Do you think you could still be at least near the castle in case Plan B does start moving to get out?
Can.
Yeah.
I do have invisibility, but it only lasts for a minute.
Again, the question is, how do we get Melora back in town without being seen, especially near the castle without being seen? Because I want both of y'all nearby in case things get buggy.
Can I disguise kid her?
Yes.
Yeah, that would probably be
And then y'all just
true. Wait, if you reduce her,
Again, fine.
that's
again, I think y'all just stay near her. And if she says something goes wrong, y'all come in. And yeah.
So, are we gonna talk about what happened before that fight? Or when we with him showing up?
who the hell was that?
What is
So you know, you
Oh,
wouldn't remember. Okay, so you know how I remember. You know how when we started this whole combat, I knew what happened. it was because I had gone through all of this before. But when I went through it the first time, I was teleported to some spot, and me, Moonbeam, Vel, and Laura fought Raleigh and Polly again.
Did you win?
We killed Polly, but Raleigh is still struggling.
After us.
But the thing that happened after we killed Polly was
Lyra showed up.
What?
Lyra's,
I
well,
thought
she
she
was
was-
alive. For a second.
So
It's not funny.
she like commit suicide?
you
No.
think
The person,
Well,
so the person, the god that was the god that supposedly killed her before showed up and actually killed her.
Oh.
and the thing was you could feel this.
I was front row seat. Oh man.
It's
So
like
not pleasant.
she's dead.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had no shot of
Fighting a god.
fighting God. Like
Well,
he
duh.
essentially one shot at her.
By the way, there was a giant chicken that showed up in the middle of your last battle.
Oh, so while we were fighting,
Wait a second. You're right. Why is there a big cock?
hey, so while we were fighting,
We know you have a little pecker.
anyway, so while we were fighting Polly and Raleigh, we were given weapons by Mira, and originally,
Uh-huh. So y'all just did all this shit, and I was just, paused in time here?
I guess. Well, not paused in time because whatever happened already happened. It was like we were well, to me,
Rewound in time?
yeah, I
Went
was
back.
sent back, and they were teleported with me to that moment in time.
But you remember it,
I remember it
but I don't.
because you weren't there with me the second time. You didn't go to wherever we went. I don't know where you
That
went.
seems racist.
How?
God take goblins.
A god apparently likes you because you have your coin, right?
Wait. I'm gonna let it see if it lands.
Go ahead and roll for me. Give me a flank.
I know I need an at 20 for this.
13. It doesn't land on edge like this. It does, however, end up leaning against the wall.
Nice. That's cheating.
No.
So you can't really say God hate you, but
Most gods.
Most gods hate me.
Most gods hate you.
I got
we
mine.
don't
though.
really know why all of us were there. It would have made more sense if it was just Rel, but all of us were teleported there. So unless we were supposed to bear witness.
Yeah. That is. Yeah. Because why didn't you just. If Bro can one shot a god, he could definitely one shot y'all's asses.
But that means you too.
He
Not
probably
disagree.
I wanted no part in
messengers
this.
to
I'll
someone.
let you know that now. I took
Why?
my glittery ass over there. Like.
Why did he let y'all go there?
Probably because to send a message to Mira, not Mira, Saloon.
Yeah.
Because he did say something about he knows that Saloon is
Trying to interfere with whatever his plans are. We don't know what the hell his plans are. But, well, I mean, yes, probably.
Probably
That has a lot
some.
to do with, like, legitimately everything we're facing.
Probably be like some, like, interplanar conquer.
or just like that. Something.
And then we still have to go find Melora's man thing and figure that shit out. And then we gotta go get Skimmins. Oh my god, we have so much to do. In so little time, I'm just unfair.
She needs a simulacrum.
That was said, like, I'm only small.
I'm just a girl.
He's unbelievably small.
We'll do one thing at a time, though,
That's
because we definitely can't fight the god.
So that's probably
No.
later. And we still have to deal with what's his name.
Or another solution, we let Melora rage kill the queen of the mayor lady. Go ahead.
There's a lot of guards to get through.
I'd be down to fight some guards.
Right. I would rather not.
She can clap the heads.
How many of the elite guards are there roughly?
More than enough to take us out.
That was kind of what I figured. There was like 40, 50. That was kind of my guess.
Are they all just chilling in front of her room? I assumed there was just like 2 of them. Like they did
There's
with-
probably a lot of them strung without, especially specifically in her hall.
Well, if some hear, then they yell, and a few more hear, and then they yell. It's
None
kind
of
of like a chain
them
reaction.
together, and then they pass out. No one
And I'm
knows.
assuming also a lot of her servants are probably nearby.
There would be I'm guessing at least 70 people coming after us within like a very short time period.
Yeah,
I
just
mean-
keep hands, fight them over, fucking chop that shit.
I guess.
Maybe.
I tried. We'll stick to the original.
We'll stick to the
plan.
original plan.
Yeah.
Is Tally still here?
Yes.
You still interested in that necklace?
Oh, yes, what? Yes. May I see it?
What?
You're an asshole.
Yeah, that's my character.
I know. I'm
What
giggling.
happened?
I'm giggling in character. This is,
Anything.
is something wrong?
That is not the same necklace.
It absolutely is.
It died.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
It's the same necklace.
She died. She died.
Right in front of me.
Me
He's
too.
still
That shit was
alive?
traumatizing.
20 gold?
Lol.
Oh.
It went from like hundreds, wasn't it? It was like,
Like 2 really powerful magic necklaces.
yeah, it's like,
And I should have taken that deal while I had the chance.
Because you got the knowledge you needed. You
Yeah.
really didn't need to figure it out.
it's still pretty.
You can smoke it now.
Okay, she has your 20
Okay.
gold.
Okay.
You gained 20 gold! You should have bargained.
Yeah, you should have bargained for more.
How would I convince her?
Hey, they just do
Just be
something
like,
really
what
bad.
about 30? And then she'd be like, nah, 22. And you'd be like, 27. Be in the middle of 25 and think about me.
Shall we head back to the manor?
Yeah, it's probably getting later.
It's probably closer to getting early.
Yeah, and they're gonna wonder where we are.
Exactly. So, back to the manor.
Okay, so how are we getting back into the manor?
Through the windows, I'm guessing.
Through the windows.
I can't get it.
How are we planning on getting through the? You're flying.
I'm also flying.
You're flying.
I'm climbing.
You're climbing. Okay, give me athletics. Or
Wait,
just acrobatics.
I could teleport him. And then
You're gonna teleport him.
Can I just use Misty Step and teleport myself?
With this except you have to see where you're going. And you have to see where you're going too. You cannot, from the ground, you cannot see. You can fly, but you can't teleport directly in without flying.
Oh,
You have to see where
we
you're
were
going.
teleported out of so I'm like,
Why can't we just walk back in? Yeah, because you can see down.
Yeah.
You can't see back up.
I
Yeah,
can
briefly
teleport
surrounded
him.
by silvery mist, you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see.
You can
Cannot
tele-
see into the room.
You can teleport to the window and hang on to the window and then get into the window. The Lord can just kind of walk.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
Invisibility. I mean, also you have invisibility too.
They almost caught me the last time.
That's fair.
Roll perception for
I
me.
hate you. Do I have advantage with my
Does it matter?
I just have to ask every time.
I know.
to make sure I have it.
Oh god, I'm waiting.
Oh.
The one that came out, reroll.
Damn it. 18.
Oh!
That's a 21. It's an 18 and a 1.
Oh,
so,
one.
It's an 18 and a 1, so it's a good thing I had that advantage.
Would
It's a 21.
some goblin ones do have climbing speed. The one I'm technically using does not. Could I get partial?
Can I use invisibility?
1 second.
Once you got Martin.
So you are able to get within range of bounds, and what's your misty step? How far?
30 feet.
Ooh. Okay. So as you guys approach the manor, there is a watch going around it. Now the problem that you are running into with 30 feet is that it is all to get to there. You would have to be within 10 feet of the wall because you're trying to go 20 plus feet up.
Invisibility.
Can you invisibility and misty step?
Yeah, Misty Step is a concentration. It's
Okay.
just gonna move it between that.
Okay, so you're attempting to stealth close enough to get by the guards.
Sure.
Okay, roll stealth for me at advantage since you have invisibility.
Oh, so are we just invisibilitying him?
He is trying to come from the outside to get close enough to the wall to teleport into his room. But he has to be within 30 feet of it, which means he basically has to be at the base of the wall.
Wait, why are we sneaking in?
Because they didn't know we left in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and roll for me, please.
Well, you, I would understand, but I was like, oh, that's
We'll take care of each one of these individually. You're attempting to stealth and climb up, correct?
Nat 20.
Nat 20, okay.
It was a Nat 20 and a 1.
We min-maxed.
We min-maxed.
All right, so so there are 2 guards walking a beat. You are able to fairly easily sneak by them, get up close. As you look up, you're kind of able to see the ceiling of your room. So you teleport to the ceiling and just kind of plop down on the floor.
Is it still dark outside?
It is still dark outside.
I have invisibility.
Okay, so roll stealth at advantage, please. How long are we planning on getting Melora in?
Could you not use your invisibility? You're not getting into combat.
I have invisibility.
She has invisibility, but how's she planning on getting up to the 3rd floor?
I would not say walk
shrink
fast.
you.
You have haste.
I do have haste.
Does that not increase your speed?
I mean, I think it does.
I'm rolling my stealth. Oh, and that's 20.
Nice! Okay. Well, you actually are able to scamper up the wall and get there basically just in time to see Sidal fall to the floor. Because you've got your boots.
Okay, until the spell ends, the target speed is doubled. It gains a +2 bonus to AC. It has advantage on dexterity saving throws and it gains an additional action for each of its turns.
So what was the plus 2 movement speed?
It's doubled.
So if she go invisible and then double movement speed, could she run quick enough to the room?
Through the palace? No.
Because I think someone would hear her footsteps.
There would be no way to scamper through there even invisible.
Which is why we walked carefully so that they could notice.
Are the
Wait.
Wait, why
floors
don't you
like
just like
even,
throw your
like,
boots
stacked?
down
Can
to
she like climb
Melora?
the
She runs
Can she
off.
like climb the window? Like yeah.
She can attempt to do so
My
quietly.
feet are about yay big.
She can
Her
unleash them.
feet are about yay big.
She can unleash them. Enlarge the boots to give to Melora so Melora can
They would still be too small.
Even in lodging them?
Yeah.
I wanted to
Sir,
try
I'm
that.
about 3 foot something tall. If you double my size, that's the equivalent of something that's roughly like 6'8". She is 8 foot tall.
Hey, you can't tell me that wasn't a good idea though.
That probably would have been needed to drawn out before he used it to climb the wall.
Because you can't. Oh yeah, you can't. That's what I'm doing.
Y'all fly together and
Just
That's
shrink Melora.
kind of what I was lining
shrink
up.
Melora, fly
Wait,
her
but then
up.
how are you? They would notice.
They
you.
can both fly.
We can both invisible for
I
1
can-
minute.
I can do
You have invisibility
Can you invisible and
Why do
fly?
I have to invisible?
because the guards.
because the
So the
guards.
guards don't see you flying up into the window.
Wouldn't they have seen me fly out the window?
No.
It's still, it's still dark. You were able to successfully fly out without being noticed.
Right.
It's a
So
stealth check.
fly back in. Right.
Just inspire yourself on a self check.
To make sure that
Sure.
So
inspires
dark.
somehow.
shrink her, y'all two invisible, and you inspire yourself for that stealth check.
Okay. Okay. Phew. I have a 4 still. Look at me.
Oh,
Is she good at it because it's dark, or does the smell of brownies attract
It's
her
gonna
eyes?
be a flat roll.
Yee.
But she does get her
What is,
plus
okay, so you're planning on carrying her
with
After
Ralph.
she shrinks, after I'm
with,
shrunk.
after you're shrunk. Okay, so what does the reduce take her down to?
Smaller?
Mm,
What
Uh,
I don't think it takes. I think it takes him down a level. So how tall are you and what are you?
It cuts it in half.
I think you're still considered a medium creature.
So her weight is reduced to 1/8 of its previous weight.
Ooh! So that's only 50 pounds. I think we have her at what, 400?
Something like that.
I think you could carry it.
I'm 2
Well,
foot tall, sir.
Rel's,
I can carry it.
Rel is helping.
Yeah.
They're lifting together.
Okay. So yeah, definitely so what I'm going to do, so everybody roll stealth, flat roll.
Yeah, you can.
Well, the three
I
of
would-
you.
Look at you. We are
Oh,
good there.
I'm
You have your pre-roll.
Pre rolls.
Oh, yeah.
Pre
You want
rolls.
to use your 19 or your 17?
Use my 17. Plus 4.
Are you sure it's a flat
Yes.
wait, I'm gonna be invisible for that.
And they get
so-
Yes, I know. The problem we're running into is you are carrying somebody.
I have a 21.
Was that a nat 1? Did both y'all roll nat 1s?
What did you roll? Nat 1?
So if you roll 20s, they roll 1s. Oh my gosh.
To
Should all
be fair,
start
that was
looking
my
through your
first
spells
roll
right
in the game,
now.
so
Wait a second, I just realized something. Y'all could have just polymorphed her.
Okay.
Because you could have just failed the check and then you would have been polymorphed into something.
Much smaller.
she did fail the check.
No,
Not the polymorph
she
check.
critically failed. It's still, she's rolled 2 11s in a row, so she hasn't rolled anything.
Are you
that's not a
serious?
Now I just rolled a 20.
1. All right. So you get right up to
Do I have the memory thing?
no.
Shit!
You get right up to the window. You open up the window, and you're pulling Melora in when she hits the edge of the window and falls 3 floors onto the top of the guards.
That's falling.
Does that knock the guard
Yeah,
unconscious?
are they dead?
No, you're 50 pounds.
That's so hard.
Because you
That's
still.
still pretty hard.
you
I
still
thought it
shrunk
was
this.
she. I thought it was she goes down 50 pounds. That's why I was like, I'm only 2 feet tall. Do I look like I can carry that much?
That's
Okay,
50
you're
pounds
only 50
falling on
pounds.
top
Okay,
of them
cool,
for 30 feet.
How much you can carry 50
It's
pounds?
not, yeah, it's, no. They're not taking the full thing.
Do we quickly skedaddle and
Wait, but I rolled a 21. Does that not do anything?
For you.
Yourself.
That's yourself. She rolled her stealth.
She rolled a
She rolled a nat 1. The guards do take 4 points, or you take 4 points of damage, of fall damage. The guards are quickly trying to assess, what the blood? What are you doing?
Why?
It's exploring the night sky.
Why are you so small?
It would hurt if I was full size and fell.
Imagine how much pain you feel.
Aren't you thankful?
Why did you just, did you fall out your window?
Whoops.
Roll deception.
Barty can inspire her. Barty can inspire her.
Did she?
Was that an advantage?
You're doing great.
What are you doing?
Yelling at, you're doing great. She really did fall down the window. Are you okay, buddy?
Okay.
I'm like in the
Is this
room.
an
So-
advantage?
Since she is helping,
She was lost in the stars and fell out the window.
Yeah.
since you're up, yeah, it will be at advantage.
No, roll
God
again.
for
Roll again.
advantage.
Roll again.
She still has the inspiration too.
Oh my god.
Wait, roll a d10. You get bardic inspiration
So it's that plus a 10?
plus a d10.
I think it's my 10 that's missing. Oh no, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
The 21.
So he kind of looks up.
Oh.
Look, here, I'll walk you back in. Just be careful. And my
I'm hiding in the closet.
God, was it 400 pounds?
You're welcome.
So one of the guards just walks you around and walks you up to your room.
I hide in the closet.
You're back in the closet?
We're so much in it.
Yeah.
Right, Mom.
Right.
Right, Mom. Can't do that.
So yeah, you are
Thank you.
yeah, just be careful.
I will.
Success.
Acting 101.
Oops.
Actually, with the furbolts.
I wanted to see stars. I saw them because I fell. I don't know.
I'm gonna wait a few minutes,
Uh-huh.
go invisible, and fly to my window right next door.
Okay.
And go in.
Okay. Again, roll yourself at advantage, please.
Okay.
Don't fuck it up.
Oh, fuck it up.
That roll off. Wait, that's not even.
What?
12-sider.
Ear. Ear. I saw that 7.
It's dark. Your 3-4's up. You are able to successfully make it in.
Okay.
I was gonna say this isn't a high shack. You're flying a room over well invisible.
Yeah.
It's not like you're.
As long as you don't critically fail and hit something to reveal yourself.
Like run into the window because you forgot to open it.
Okay.
Like one of those birds.
A full
that just
pigeon.
go
So are we sleeping at this point?
I'm so tired.
I think so. Okay. All right. So we got all HP back, all spell slots back.
Yay!
While they're doing that, I know that you were inquiring about black powder. She does show you the black powder that she has. It is actually a relatively significant amount. You probably could get 40 rounds of ammo out of it.
Nice.
I thought we were going for explosives.
Black powder can make explosives. You can just using them to make bullets.
I'm doing that.
I I'm doing that.
Well, it's enough. Realize that enough for. Realize that. Well, that sounds like that's bullets. That's not a lot to make a really big boom.
That's like a hand grenade.
Yeah, maybe.
You know how much you can do?
Not even a hand grenade, because a hand grenade takes out a big section.
That's what I was saying. No, you know what you could do with it.
Hand grenades are always underestimated in movies. Drives me nuts. Drives me absolutely bonkers. It's like, oh, it exploded 5 feet from them, and everybody's perfectly fine.
Like, it reminded me of the Chucky movie where there was someone like on top of a grenade, and I'm like, you really think it was just gonna, yeah, it must have been like elsewhere. There's no way. It was just,
Yeah. Okay, so
Damage range like 30.
awaken the next day. What are we doing?
Okay, weird. Yeah.
Eating food and analyzing.
Yeah.
So
Seeing how she eats food.
okay, so you're going.
Observing.
We would have to meet separately because of my guards, though.
Well, the guards were outside of your room.
Your guards. You just don't have to say it in front of your guards. No, I can't say because I'm metagaming. So
I'm gonna wake Kindith up and kind of like escort her out of the van and be like, hey girl, like we gotta go our separate ways. Because I keep forgetting she's here. Sure.
So yeah, the next morning, Kenneth is kind of like, well, my gig is up. It's time for me to move on.
Leaving so soon, darn. No.
Don't worry, I'll probably see you around.
Yeah, probably. Hopefully, good luck with your story and stuff.
Honestly, this might be the best role playing I've ever witnessed.
She makes me nervous, but also I'm like, I don't know if I'm attracted to her, but like, you know, like, I just, women scare me.
you're so valid.
Baby is currently using rope as a pillow, and it's so cute.
So I walk her to the door. Of course, the guards are gonna follow, but like,
No, they're not following
They
you.
don't give a shit about you.
okay, cool. So I'm just walking her to the door, and I guess we'll like hug goodbye or whatever.
Goodbye or whatever.
Whatever.
And I'll be like, okay, goodbye. Good, safe travels. Hopefully, I can hear one of your stories when we run into each other again one day.
I'll be listening for you.
And then I close the door and just kind of like sigh because I'm mentally slapping myself.
All right, so head back up. Then
I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I had a lot of caffeine.
what do we want to get together first? What are we doing?
If we
Like
can.
juice.
Yeah, I mean, they were escorting you around the city. They're not going into your room.
Okay, so I can like head in their rooms without it being
Yeah.
suspicious.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, if you have an air fryer, those
Shut
reheat
the
really
hell
well.
up. Shut the hell up.
You have
Where did we lose Rack to?
You just want to go.
I want the air fries. You just got sidetracked.
I didn't eat that.
Anyways. What do we need right now? What are we doing?
Oh,
Has as much caffeine as a Red Bull.
What's the beat? The beats.
as a Red Bull?
11.
Yeah.
It's 80 milligrams.
I thought a Red Bull was
Monster.
Like a full-size Red Bull is about 120. A smaller can, kind of like little slim cans.
What do you need me for?
So you got Rel is trying to gather you in
Yes.
her room.
Come up here, children.
Remind one more time.
I'm
I
sorry.
Just jaunt over, feeling in a good mood, refreshed.
Is that you jaunting?
Yeah. By the way, it is aching at your door now.
Make it, okay.
Yeah.
So,
What's he aching for?
can they hear?
Stop it just in case.
Yeah.
It's fairly solid.
Stop.
Just
We'll
keep
just-
your voice low.
So, yeah.
What? You just yawn on me.
Oh yeah, she loves it. Nibble.
Just fucking that shit. Oh.
Okay, so, hey, everyone.
Yeah.
I've been here before, so I know general layout and how some things work in general layout. Okay, so I pull out like a piece of paper.
Pull out.
I pull out. Pull out a piece of paper and I start I grab a pencil or whatever I have at my leisure.
Easy enough. There would be one in your room.
Am I in the room?
Yes,
Yeah,
everybody.
everybody.
Okay.
Other than shit.
I thought you said shithead. I'm like,
Other than shadow.
the new name.
Okay, so I draw out this right here. This is the door to the throne room, I guess, the courtroom more so, where she typically hangs out with her aristocrats and servants and whatever. This is typically where she is during council meetings and whatnot. And usually her servants are always going to be right over here in this area. So her taste testers and stuff like that are going to be around here at her beck and call.
So do they just sit in there and wait until they're called upon?
Basically, yes. And then I'm
Do they have a living quarters?
I'm assuming.
Do they just sleep on shelves in that room?
they're like doggy for real.
And then this right here is gonna be basically the dining room.
Oh.
And she typically sits right here, and then she's gonna have her servants and taste testers up against the wall. So
I
Side hustle.
probably want to be somewhere in there when I.
both of y'all don't want to be around here or around here.
So question. Yes. You said there's taste testers in both rooms. Would it get taste tested twice?
I don't know. Well, they're gonna be the same people. It's just
okay.
when she's here, they're gonna be right here. When she's here, they're gonna be along here.
So it's the same group
Gotcha.
of people. They're just gonna be.
So sometimes she eats on the throne. Is that what she's saying?
Well,
So
there's
they'll-
a council meeting or a court meeting or something, and she has a drink or a snack or something.
So I could possibly put it in one of those. That's not a terrible idea because then I feel like that's even less assuming, but we'll kind of observe over the next couple of days her rough eating patterns and see where would be the best place for her to go.
Because I feel like ideally, if we can see if she gets not midnight snack or late night snack or late night drink, better. I feel like that would probably be the most ideal thing.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah.
Or start to medicate.
But
Does she drink tea? She seems like she drinks tea.
I imagine more like a whiskey before bed.
I was gonna say rum and coke.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
Put it in the
A
whiskey.
bourbon or something,
It was scary.
Put it in the whiskey.
So yeah.
That one.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Or like an ale, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever whiskey and bourbon is in this realm. But yeah. I just wanted to explain that to you all.
Okay. So we'll kind of start observing
What's
and
that?
seeing what would be best.
What's that drink called that people drink with a hot toddy? What's it's this drink that people drink when they're sick and it makes them
was gonna say, you're asking the wrong person.
No.
I
Yeah,
also
you're looking
don't
at
know.
both of the wrong people.
I was more so just thinking out loud, but I was like, maybe y'all know what it is. But a hot toddy, do you know what a hot toddy is?
Each one.
So?
No, that's illegal.
Oh yeah, for legal references. But
I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
Yeah,
you know what a
gotcha.
hot toddy is? Like the yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like a that. Does she drink those? You know? Okay.
She didn't even know what they were.
Let's just pretend like you do. Like it's like
Does she like her margaritas with salt?
Yeah.
You expect me to know every little thing about the aunt that hates me and I hate her back.
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
y'all were on good terms at some point. Don't give me that look. I don't know. I'm just clueless here. I'm trying to think of ideas. Okay, so hot toddy.
Let's just stick
I
with
kick
it.
acid clue.
Thank you for sharing with the class.
So we
Yeah.
can. So we could give her a hot toddy back in character. We can give her
Whatever she's drinking.
whatever she's drinking.
It'll end up in something that she will ingest.
Yes.
A
I could
42
make
ounce
her
bottle
hot
of Smirnoff.
She's not gonna drink that shit.
Why not?
Only 42.
I have one of the guests, which is a friend of me, make her a
Tell
drink.
you a story. I just say 42.
That's the worst.
That's even worse that
How
she
would
doesn't
you-
know it's
How
making
would you make? How would it get to her?
the same way any other food gets to her. I'll just be in the kitchen.
You think they would allow you in the kitchen?
I can disguise kid.
And then they'll see your cooking skills and kick you out.
Hey, I can do okay, and I'm just making a drink. It's not hard to do. Okay.
They'll make the drink. You just have to poison it. It doesn't have to be a special drink. It just has to be a drink that will go in her mouth.
I just want to be involved. Okay. My wing hurts.
Shoulder. There.
So are we heading to this?
Breakfast.
So
To
you're heading
observe eating habits.
You're heading to the court then.
We all thought at the same time. You two said it first.
We're too
So-
alcoholic. I'm trying to tell you.
You come into the main courtroom. As usual, there's probably about 40, 50 people there already, courtiers, etc. Dertova kind of hasn't apparently gone to breakfast quite yet. She appears to be dealing with some type of business with kind of an officious-looking merchant of some kind, who's looking very disappointed about how things are going. He says, "But Matt," she's like, "Just go." It's looks to be a halfling of some kind, and he's kind of, very well, and leaves. She sees you come in, she's like, "Ah, you're still here.
I am.
Will you be departing today?"
No.
Ah, pity. Well, I will be leaving tomorrow, so I won't need you won't need to have my company any longer than that. Lydia will be here. She can entertain you in my absence. Eardred needs something, so I am off to Pearl.
How long will you be gone?
It's Eardred. Who knows how long he wants what he wants. Fair enough. So I'll be leaving tomorrow afternoon.
Very well.
I suppose come along to breakfast or whatnot. She kind of makes a motion. 4 or 5 different people come out of the little area over there. One looks to be a butler, one looks to be some type of a maid. One is carrying parchment, some type of a scribe. And then there's a very short little halfling. Looks to be like a teenager.
And it's not very gender.
So they come over to the dining room. Aiken follows, as always. Hi. I'm being gnawed on. Do you want that?
No.
Melora come down to breakfast with us?
I was assuming everybody came. So the plates are laid out. It's a very fine china, inlaid in gold. There are 4 or 5 servants come in. That not from the back area. These look to be like serving, right? Bringing in meals. Everything is perfectly arrayed on the plate, perfectly plated. Gertoa waits, kind of gestures towards the little halfling boy who comes over. Little halfling boy takes a bite, takes a drink from her glass. Her glass is inlaid with, again, kind of a golden pattern of a sun. Everything kind of has this golden pattern of a sun coming up, the dawn rose. After he eats, she waits about 5 minutes, and then she starts eating.
There's a lot that could happen.
Oh god. Okay.
So we only have a day.
We
2.
basically have to focus.
Tonight.
Okay.
We're not talking about this right
Granted, I
We're
feel
not-
like,
No, we're not
Yeah,
talking.
but like this is all we're obviously not like,
At
damn,
breakfast.
I only have a day to poison you. Right at the table.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna solve my tire problem.
Okay.
Okay,
I feel like just
We'll discuss it.
We're not gonna do it this meal. So
No.
we got at least 2 more meals and snack times.
So
It's next.
you also, partway through the meal, a rather timid-looking elven woman comes in. You recognize her as Lydia.
Okay.
So,
Let me brush up on who she is.
Lydia was the person who they put in charge of Opal after Gertova, and then
The one that's actually
felt that she wasn't doing an adequate job of keeping Opal in line, so they forced her back out. She comes in and she's like, "And Gertova?"
So she's my cousin.
Huh?
So she's
Yeah.
my cousin.
Second.
Second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pleasure.
Yeah, exactly. Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
She's like, Gertova looks over and she says, "I'll be heading to the capital here shortly. You'll need to run things for the next however long Eardred needs me if you think you can handle that." Of course, that's just Do not be a pushover. Of course, Antonova. She takes just a few bites.
I'm
She
not
takes-
saying this in here.
She takes just a few bites of her food. It's like there's an obligation for her to be there before quickly pushing away. She acknowledges you with a nod and a small smile.
Gertova or Lydia?
Lydia.
Lydia. Okay. We're on good terms?
You don't know her well.
Okay.
She's, again, if Gertova is distant, Lydia is distant.
Yeah.
And relatively young. Again, it's kind of like the family's only so big, there's only so many options.
Yeah.
They're probably not happy that she's one of the only options, but so many of the family died during the 2 wars. So finding somebody that's actually still full-blooded is hard.
I'm not full-blooded, right?
Huh?
I'm not full-blooded, right?
Not full, you're close. You would be basically, if there was an actual ascension line, you'd probably be like 12th or 13th, right?
For any of them?
Huh?
For any of like the cities?
Yeah. I mean, you're in there. There's just not many. The family is small. So, but yeah, Livia, like I said, she kind of smiles at you. You've probably met her a couple of times. She seemed pleasant enough, but you haven't really had any type of a real conversation with her.
Okay.
Okay. Here's probably a bad idea. But what I plan on doing, would it be possible to hex her now?
If you want to.
Okay. I'm going
Read how hex works before you do that.
Oh, no, how hex works. I'll read it off.
Just double check it. Because if she
I
has
like how he prefaces this with this is probably a bad idea.
At least he didn't start
It's
it with
all the
"hear
best
me out."
ideas start.
Because anytime he says "hear me out," it's always the most ridiculous
So
thing.
sorry, I keep on.
Okay.
You're
You place a
fine.
curse
You're fine.
on a creature that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to a target whenever you hit it with an attack. Also, choose one ability when you cast the spell. The target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability. If the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to curse a new target. A remove curse cast on the target ends this spell turn. When you cast a spell using a spell slot of 3rd or 4th level, you can maintain concentration on the spell for up to 8 hours. When you use a spell slot of 5th level or higher, you can maintain concentration on the spell for 24 hours.
Okay.
What I plan to do is I'm going to subtle spell and then use hex.
and subtle spell.
Subtle spell is a meta magic option for sorcerers that allow them to cast spells without verbal or somatic components.
Okay.
So essentially, she won't know that I cast it on her,
Yeah.
but it'll be on her. And I'm going to use 5th level, so it's there for 24 hours.
Okay. But what that does mean, you do have to maintain concentration on it for 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Which means you cannot cast anything else that requires concentration.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go ahead and use the 2 sorcery points for that.
Wait, wasn't invisibility a part of this?
Yeah.
Isn't
It is
ability?
concentration.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have? No one else has the ability to cast invisibility, right?
Here's my thing, though. We know that she is leaving tonight, which means
Tomorrow.
tomorrow morning or
We
tomorrow
don't
night?
know what
Tomorrow
time.
You said tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow afternoon.
That still goes us basically all the way up until right before she leaves, and by then he'll have the spell slot back, so.
Well, yeah.
But again, she's going to be outside. Correct? So
When she leaves.
Yeah, when she leaves. So that means Vrak can use the arrow, and we don't have to poison her food.
Poisoning her food would probably still be the
It's probably still the idea.
It's
Safer
still the
option.
best.
safer option, yeah.
Because if I have to, she's not going to be out of the building until daytime, and at that point,
You
it's
got
a little bit harder.
Way more people paying attention. She's got guards on her now. Like,
She was going to have.
well,
But
yeah.
the
but-
thing is, at that point,
Within the chamber, there's a dozen.
Okay, so then
It's-
never mind that. But we'll see her again at some point, so I'll just do it. And I thought with her leaving tomorrow, that gives us an opportunity to.
We're just gonna have to fast forward to plan A.
okay, cool. So, honestly, kind of in hindsight, we don't need you to be a taster.
Yeah, we really don't.
I just need to be
We're
invisible.
fortunately we might have to. Well, that's.
I just need to be invisible, and
Yeah.
between it getting from the taster to it getting heard.
Because she waits 5 minutes after the taster.
And it takes hold in an hour.
So what you're saying is I just have to turn that on, put it in there.
Just right.
Because this is probably going to end up being a sleight of hand check and a stealth check. So.
But they're gonna notice that you're missing.
Yeah. Oh.
Because you're
I'm just going to say during. Do you want to do this during dinner?
Probably.
So I'm just at the dinner table. I'm just gonna kind of look over to Melora, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, I think lunch kind of messed me up. Do you still have those herbs in your bag in your room that help my stomach?"
I'm assuming this is a conversation
Yes.
that is now being held after
The dinner.
Yes.
breakfast.
Yes.
Yes, we are not. This is not at the dinner
Because all of a
table.
sudden we're having this massive
Yeah.
metagaming conversation.
Yeah. No.
I was
Apologize.
assuming we were already out, but
Yeah. That's also what I was assuming.
Okay, so let's just make sure that we are
Saying.
Yes.
following sequence.
Yes.
Okay, so
Well, okay, I guess.
over the course of breakfast, okay, Nurtova goes through a few different conversations with advisors, things about the town, putting down various softs from sympathizers.
Yikes.
Yeah. Basically, before Lydia leaves, she admonishes her to make sure that she is staying on top of things and not letting things fall apart like she did last time. That she is being entrusted for the first time since she messed up with actual responsibility. And Lydia's response is basically, yes, Aunt Nurtova. Are we doing anything else? Are we trying to observe anything, look at anything over the course of breakfast?
Again, kind of just observing the
everything that happens.
food-wise.
Okay, just food?
Yeah, but
The way she's eating, how it's being done, the way it's being tested.
how many guards?
Where
are
am I
present?
going to be?
Okay, how many guards?
How many guards?
Okay,
are-
so within the chain, within the food chain, within the dining hall itself, there are 4 guards. The remaining 8 remain in the main chamber.
So
where the doors are
the
at.
eating, how that's happening. Is it
Uh,
consistently just taste 5 minutes, then she has?
Go ahead and give me investigation.
all 3 of us.
No, Brack. Well, you and Brack actually, yeah.
Man, we're getting tiny bits of flesh in between.
This is just not something we can perceive.
21.
Okay. So I'm trying to get the amount of detail.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, after the first 5 minutes, she digs in rather quickly to her food. She is a messy eater. A lot of times you think of elves, especially high elves, as refined. This woman eats like she's over a campfire on the battlefield. She is, she takes big old bites. She'll talk while chewing. She wipes her mouth with her sleeve. Like this is not what you would typically think of as your standard high elf. But she is the definition of a battle axe. But I mean that's part of why they put her on this city is because she can handle it. Yeah. So she eats well. She
Even
eats
though I'm
hearty.
not royal and shit, even I'm not pizza stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So at the end of the meal, she ends abruptly. She basically lets out a belch and just walks out.
But she was drinking stuff, right?
Yeah.
Same routine, kind of.
Yeah. After that initial 5 minutes of making sure that the little halfling boy was okay, she tucked right in.
I'm sorry, but I gotta go to bed.
All right. Night.
Night.
We'll wait on you to do an assassination.
I'm not muted.
No, neither is any of us.
Have a good night.
Good night. I love you.
So after she's finished eating, she leaves.
Yeah, she essentially just kind of lets out a belch, stands up, kind of does one of these, and walks back out into the main area.
I look at
Kind of push out and head back to rooms.
Half the
Okay.
tree is gone.
yeah.
So, if you're not planning on, and so everybody's planning on being in the room during the poisoning, which does provide opportunities for people to develop in various ways.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah.
So everybody there, so it doesn't look suspicious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Brad is. So I would have to make you invisible before we go into the. I have to be able to see you to make you
No.
invisible. If we both can't leave together.
No, we don't have, like I said, I can just excuse myself from the table, saying tummy issues and Melora's gonna get me. Oh, no. I'll already have it with me, on me. You'll give it to me before we go in. And I'll excuse myself and I'll be like, hey, do you still have...
Are we in the room, by the way? Are we in a room all together discussing this?
Yes,
Okay.
this is in a room.
Yeah, this is, yeah, we're up in the room.
And I'll just excuse myself from the table, ask you if you still have those herbs or healing potion or whatever to help me. And you'll just come with me to give it to me. And then you'll come back and be all like, hey, Brax might be a minute or like a little bit. And I'll put that in. I'll come back out. I'll take a couple more bites and be like, yo, I'm still not feeling it. And just head back to my room.
Okay, that was my thing. I'm like, how am I gonna make you invisible?
That's when you make me good.
I know, but originally you didn't say that, so I was just like, how am I
Yes.
supposed to work? Yeah.
Did you tell me my hero get your I got it.
So you'll just make me invisible when I excuse myself with you to grab herbs.
What are we doing this? You doing this with me or?
I don't know, like,
Let's do it dinner, and hopefully hopefully she shortly goes into meditating, and if she's meditating, she'll have no chance to even realize that she's meditating. That's hopefully it's the very last or one of the very last things that she has before.
Okay, so you should probably take that.
Yeah.
At least you have it on him. And use.
So I give it to you.
And I'm guessing we're gonna just fast forward to before dinner or at dinner, because lunch probably would
I'm guessing it's kind of the same thing at lunch.
Yeah, is it the same
5
thing?
minutes.
Okay.
Kind of messy.
So yeah, it kind of
I will be going for a drink. Because if she's eating like that, if she like is going from bit to bit, spitting food out, and it doesn't get fully there, I feel like a drink is a safe option.
So yeah, going through lunch, it's much the same routine. The servants come over, again, 4 guards. Lydia, again, kind of comes in late, which obviously, go ahead and roll perception for me. Me? Everybody.
Everybody? I was still have to.
Perception. That's a 15.
17.
Hey,
That's
it's like your highest perception roll of the campaign.
No.
It seems like Livia is intentionally coming in late because she's very calm about it. There's nothing. But the fact that it's happened twice in a row, it seems like this is a pattern, and that it's designed to irritate Nurtova.
Oh.
So, all right. Anything else that we want to do before dinner?
Oh wait, should we probably tell him?
I'm gonna have her inspire me.
Okay, so we're going to want Moving to inspire you before dinner. So let's make sure that a note is made of that to mention that to her. When we get to the attempted assassination of Nurtova next week.
You called it.
Thank you all very much for tuning into the middle of Rollwares. Tune in next week for a royal assassination attempt.
Woo! Goodbye.